Tiny houses are growing in popularity as people the world over search for affordable housing solutions.
With any tiny house, it has to be livable.
Builder Stan Scott wants to design a home that works for New Zealand, for everyday Kiwis. Using mostly off-the-shelf materials, this tiny house will be built for purpose, showing just how much can be achieved with a little inspiration.
All what we've got to do now is everything.
Just a few days into the build, Stan and Jodie have made enormous progress.
Bench top will come up to about here, bit of a splashback, looking straight out there, and also another higher window.
The frames are up, and it's now possible to get a real feel for the layout. But that's left Stan questioning the design.
You have a look over in this bathroom area here. We've got a toilet and a shower, right? Toilet, shower there. Look, we've got this whole massive amount of head height. Now, if we were to put a mezzanine floor in here, cut this wall out, so we put a ladder up here, climb in there, we could get a king single bed up there. Now, we could still have a pull-out bed, or we could just have a permanently built-in seating area by having that extra bed up there.
Oh, it's good. We've got 3 metres to play with.
All right, mate, let's do it.
One quick decision means that the tiny house will now comfortably sleep 3, and the boys can get on with lining the interior.
Straight onto it. I've chosen ply for our interior lining. Now, if you take your time to go through a pallet of ply, you'll actually find some really good sheets, and it's really, really cheap, so it's a good way to go.
The scale of the build is bite-size. Stan will only use about 25 sheets of ply for the whole thing.
Gluing them makes it a lot stronger join. The pins that we're putting in really aren't doing that much, so they're just holding it until the glue goes off.
As well as being a design feature, ply walls provide bracing for a building that will travel a lot.
I've also put in these additional heavy-duty Bomac brackets. I've got about 3 or 4 of these on each side of the building. It's going to make for a super strong structure.
Roof rafters and lining the ceiling is next on the list, as the boys make rapid progress.
So we've got all our ceiling sheets here. What I'm just going to do is mark out really lightly on one sheet where all our rafters are going. I'm going to pre-drill a hole all the way through. That way I don't have to leave a pencil mark on each one that I'm going to sand out later. We'll just put a light arris on the edge of the sheet. So what that means is basically just taking off the edge. If there's any splinters or if there's any slight inconsistencies in the sheet size, it's trying to smooth that out so all the underside of the sheet is really nice and flat.
Unlike the walls, ceiling sheets need to be fixed with screws as well as glue for extra hold.
Hey, Jodes, imagine this, parked up at the beach, checking out the surf.
Looks pretty good, mate.
With the build tracking nicely, Stan needs to make a few decisions on bathrooms.
When it comes to the bathroom layout, we've worked really hard to make sure we get a full-size shower in there. But to maximise our floor space, I have gone with a powder room-sized vanity. Now we're going to be setting this tiny house up with multi-pressure tap systems. What that means is I can use the taps with our water tanks from underneath with our pump that's operating it, or we can plug it straight into the mains and have mains pressure coming in as well. The good thing about coming into store today, I'll be able to see a great range of tapware, select exactly what I want and walk out with it in the same day. The plumber will be showing up a little bit later on today, so I want to make sure that we've got everything on site ready for him as soon as he rocks up.
A new day brings new trades to site, and the first to arrive is the plumber. Along with the standard items, there are a few curveballs. The tiny house also has water tanks that need to be installed, for both drinking and wastewater.
I think we're going to have them sitting just there, so that V sort of just touches inside that bracket, and then switch the other one around so that one... Yeah, both exactly the same. Now, with our toilet situation, we're actually going to install a composting system. That way, no matter where this goes, you don't have to connect to any main systems.
One of the challenges of this job is just fitting normal household size products and fittings into a little small area. Normal size showers, normal size basins, normal size kitchens into a lot smaller space.
But that challenge is what makes this tiny house remarkable.
The plan here is I'm going to get the pipes inside the walls, showers go in, basins go in, get everything all looking nice and pretty, and I'll come in last to fit off all the tapware.
Meanwhile, Stan's been inspired by the exterior angle of the tiny house and wants to bring some of that detail inside.
I'm just making this handrail that I'm going to put on the top of our king single bed up there. I've cut a 15-degree angle on the end here. By following that 15-degree angle on a few things throughout the space, it just sort of loses that boxy sort of shape.
And even Geordie's on the case.
What we have here is the main sort of living area with seating. We're going to have a table here. So we're keeping the theme going with the 15-degree angle. Also, the seats are made so you can store stuff in them, magazines, whatever, board games, in a small place. Storage is your main thing.
Right, Jade?
Hey, mate.
Woo! Looking good, mate.
Yeah, just finished this, nice and airtight.
There you go.
Thanks, mate. Good pie.
Car pie. So the inside is just about finished. All the interior lining's done, we've made all our mezzanine floors, but the outside's still not finished. We've got a lot to do there.
It's been a massive few days on site, but there's still a long way to go before opening the tiny house doors to the New Zealand public.
Pretty much on the home stretch now. There's just a little bit of finishing on the inside and a little bit more on the outside, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting happy.